If only there was sort of like a medical test of personality and compatibility that people had to undergo before they enter into any friendships, relationships, or even marriage, maybe, just maybe, would create more meaningful connections with people, or like with our partners. Maybe. It's really good and nice. Oh well, I guess that is one of the reasons why life is so interesting. Hello, people of this crazy planet called Earth. Welcome to episode 35 of Reality Monday with yours truly, Damilare Mapa. So, I'm sure that anybody that is listening to this right now, at some point in their lives, would have had different connections with people, probably friendships, relationships, or like different kind of connections with people that they've been disappointed by, probably because the person betrayed you, or maybe the person did something very terrible to you, and then you ended up really hating the person. But imagine if there was like a medical test, just like the ones that couples do when they want to get married. I think that's the genotype test, and you had to do this test to check if you were compatible with anybody that you wanted to create a connection with. Would you actually take the test? I doubt, because you probably don't want to go through that stress of having to take a test just so you can see if you are compatible with someone that you want to become friends with or you want to enter a relationship with. And even if like a test tells you that you are not compatible with someone, if you really like that person, most people would throw away logical reasoning into the bin and go along with their emotions. But then we still never want to get disappointed or betrayed. Why? These are like two mutually exclusive things. You cannot eat your cake and have it. But we human beings are just extremely selfish beings. Anyways, since we do not have a personality/compatibility test that we can use when we want to create connections with people, and even if we had it, we will most likely not use it or even follow the results, then the next best thing is to try as much as possible to understand anybody you are creating a connection with. And what best way to understand them than to know the differences between both of you? And yeah, the only way you can do that is in a conversation. Well, except you go and do a private investigation on someone just to know if your personality matches, which will be extremely weird. You know, most people don't try to understand the differences between them and other people, and they forget the fact that yes, all of us are human beings, but no human being is the same. We all grew up from different environments. We all had different childhoods and different lives. And yes, it is the environments that we lived in that shaped most part of who we are. But then we try and match our own personality or like our own beliefs and our own understanding of life with other people that we create connections with, and this usually gives both parties problems at the end of the day. So this is where being empathetic and compassionate comes in. Try looking back at the last time you had an argument or you had a fight with a friend or someone that you feel like is very close to you, and try and imagine if you were being empathetic or compassionate and try to understand this person for who they are rather than just trying to judge them and blame them for what they did. Yeah, wouldn't you love it if people just understood you for who you are? If most of us try to do this, then it will be actually easier to create more genuine and long-term connections with people, because you will not tend to probably ghost them at some point in time when you feel like they are just being plain offensive, or when they do things that do not resonate with you, or at the end of the day you feel like this person is just not worth it. For me now, nobody really offends me, because at the end of the day I'll be like, it's probably because of who you are or how you've been or the things that you've gone through that you've become what you are now. So I prefer to actually pity people more when they do things that hurt me, because I'll be like, okay, I knew if you were a different person or if you had better conditions, like you'd have been better. I feel like that is also a way to protect yourself from being disappointed or being betrayed, because when you already envision that, okay, this kind of person, based on how this person is, this person can do anything, so you get, when they do something to you that hurts you or something like that, you just tend to like see them for who they are. Shake it. Well, that sounds weird, but it has actually worked for me. Although that does not mean that it will totally take the pain of someone betraying you or hurting you, but at least you would be able to look at them and say, okay, if things change with you, or if you feel like things can still work out, then I don't mind. But I know that through the kind of connection that I had with you and maybe the way you are, I learned a lot of lessons from it at the end of the day. So that's like the takeaway, the bonus takeaway for me. So in summary, you should try as much as possible to understand the differences between you and anybody that you want to create a genuine connection with. And when you turn out to probably be compatible or incompatible with each other, you'll be able to go in and out of that connection without the fear of having grudges, and being hopeful that brighter days will come in the nearest future or the farthest future. Wishing only the best and nothing but the genuine best in each other's lives. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of Reality Monday with yours truly, Damila Mapa. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time, next 2 weeks. Peace out.